Okay, so we should probably stop at this point and just take a moment to um, talking about world, for example. In Blender, if I select this, you'll notice the blue is pointing up, the greenish, yellowish one is pointing at depth, and the red one is pointed to the side. Now, to get oriented and to where this is, if I press 1 on the keyboard, that puts me in the front view, or actually the back view, I believe. Yeah, that's right. One is front, and so if you notice up here it says front perspective. If you hit the 1 on the keyboard, okay, and that means that it's the front view, but we're still in a perspective camera. If you, the hotkey is 5 if you want to make it an orthographic view. All right, and then so going out further from there, if you hit 7, that's top. If you hit 3, that's side. And if you hit Control 1, then that is the back view, and Control 7 is the bottom view, and Control 3 is the left view. So it's like right, left, top, bottom, front, and back. For some reason my keyboard shortcut thing is not showing up my numpad numbers. At any rate, so to be oriented in Blender, basically here we are looking at the back view, now we're looking at the front view, and you can see blue's facing up. Blue is the key color for Z, and in Blender Z is up. Another controversial thing about Blender, it really does create some problems. It's not to say that it should always be Z is depth, because there's other programs like CAD programs and so on that treat Z as going up and Y as going down the depth. Just for the purpose of this video and understanding Blender, Z is up, okay, and Y is depth into the scene, and X, of course, is side to side. And the keyboard shorts I just showed you are 7 for top, 1 for front, and 3 for side. And don't forget the handy little 5 key to change it from a perspective to ortho. Alright, and another thing to know about this in terms of navigation is that if you're in an orthographic view, notice on the right here it says right ortho. Okay, so now I'm going to hit the Alt key and left mouse drag, and suddenly now I'm back into the perspective view. It says user ortho, but basically it's the perspective view, but in an orthographic orientation. And so if you hit the 5 key, then you're back to user perspective, right? So that is an interesting thing, and actually very handy thing, I think, about Blender, is that you can be in the front view, in the orthographic view. I just hit the Alt key and drag, and some people might be annoyed by that if they're not used to it, because it throws you off. Suddenly now you're, oh my god, I was there concentrating, and then suddenly I'm in my out in this perspective view again. But when you know that it's doing that, man, I can't tell you how many times I just think that's so cool, and I just really freely to move around in the interface and get these different views with these keyboard shortcuts, which are very fast. I'm always getting tripped up in my when I'm in my orthographic view and I want to just start dragging, and it tells me, no, you can't do that. You have to be in the. It's like I want to slap it around a little bit, But I love Maya, but this is just a great feature. Really, it is. That's my opinion. And that's the end of this video.